Okay, so I actually yesterday upgraded to LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It is a paid version of LinkedIn, and I just wanted to show you guys a tour of all that it includes and why I did it. So I've actually used LinkedIn Sales Navigator for other business owners that I've worked with, so I am familiar with the platform. I just actually never used it for my own business because I was primarily marketing myself on Facebook groups. But now that I have a different business model and I'm trying to expand, I just recognize the value of LinkedIn. I've seen Sales Navigator work really well for people who use it consistently, have a very clear marketing message, have free resources, and lead people through their sales funnel and get on calls with it. So I am now putting it into practice with my business. So over here, you could see Sales Navigator. If you have a LinkedIn account, I believe you just go to your profile and it'll say upgrade to premium. And there's a few different options. So you could do a business account, which is a little bit cheaper than Sales Navigator. And basically, you'll get access to insights like who's viewed your profile. You'll get access to LinkedIn Learning, how to optimize your profile. And then I think also like help with a job search, but I'm not 100% sure because everyone's profile that I've been on has used Sales Navigator because I do lead generation. So anyway, that is the first kind of feature there. And so I could go over here to premium features and just kind of show you what it is. So it'll show like when I upgrade to premium, that was yesterday, when my next billing cycle is. I could share 2 months of free trial of premium. So if you are interested, please let me know in the comments and I'll give you that link. It'll help you enhance your profile with AI, build relationships, see who's viewed your profile, like I said, find the right people with unlimited browsing. So if you are hiring, that is a really nice feature. Stay private, but still see who's viewed your profile. I'm fine. I don't want mine on private mode. I'm okay if people see if I looked at their profile. You can have an open profile so people outside of your contacts can see you. So I want mine open because I want to build my network. It gives you tips, recommendations. If I wanted to get hired by a job, I could see jobs I'd be a good applicant for. Stay competitive with company insights. You could display your premium badge or not. See how you compare to other job applicants when you're applying for a job. Build your resume, and prepare for your next interview. So all really good things to have regardless if you are applying for a job or you just want to stay relevant in the business community, which I think is very useful for business owners because you do want to see trends in what's happening. You do want to know if you were ever needed to go back to corporate or desired to work in corporate again, that you have these skills readily available. All right, so going ahead over to the business portion, I want to touch on LinkedIn Learning for a second because I think it is really useful. Now, if you have any sort of premium subscription, you'll get LinkedIn Learning included in that. And if you don't have a premium subscription and you still want to do LinkedIn Learning, you can actually access it for free through your public library. I don't know how far this extends. I don't know if it's specifically, I know it's not specifically California based because I've also been in Washington and used it off of a Washington based library. So I know on the West Coast you could get it for free. And I think that expands throughout the US. I'm not sure internationally, but there's pros and cons to that. So you could definitely go through the courses on your library account. But if you actually have it tied to your own personal profile, you'll get a certification when you're done with each course you do, and you'll be able to add that onto your profile. So I'll show you what that looks like because I actually did one today. I actually listened to one of the videos as I was making a spreadsheet for someone. So it was nice. And then I took a quiz at the end of each kind of section, and then I got that skill added to my profile, which is nice because sometimes people are like, what's your background or whatnot? And when you don't work in corporate for so long, you're kind of just piecing together skills that you've learned with each client. But I really like this. So you can see here's 2 courses that I actually completed. Using LinkedIn Learning, people can click on show credential and it shows that I completed it, on what time and what skills that actually is related to. So I think that's really great, no matter if you're applying for a role or if you are kind of pitching yourself in a certain industry, just having that extra layer of education or backup support. And so I plan on adding to these for sure. I think it's a definite benefit in having LinkedIn Premium because you can never showcase too many skills. And like I said, I just kind of had it in my headphones on the background while I was working, where I could listen and absorb the material and be able to pass the quiz with it. So I think that's really cool. You can also like use these for hiring, posting a job, selling, advertising. I don't do any of that right now, but in the future, if I'm ever hiring, I probably will use LinkedIn to help me. And then just going back to LinkedIn Learning for a second, there's a lot of different topics. So leadership, AI, project management, accounting. You could really, like, if you are changing careers, this is great to have. There's just so many cryptocurrency, well-being and self-care, personal development. You could go into the tech side of things. There's just so much. Creative based businesses, 3D modeling, graphic design, user experience, video editing, web design. So yeah, there's a wealth of knowledge on here. Whatever you're looking for, you could probably find on LinkedIn Learning to support what you are doing in your business, or if you're looking to get hired by someone, just getting these skills. You don't have to go back to school or pay a lot of money for a certification. It's all here. So going on to what the Sales Navigator platform actually looks like, you just click this button in the right-hand side and it brings up your Sales Navigator platform. So the way I understand it and the way I would explain Sales Navigator is this is great if you are actually looking for people to work with, or you're targeting someone very specific. And so with Sales Navigator, you pay a flat fee per month and you're able to connect with these people. You are still put under LinkedIn regulations, so you can't message more than a certain number of people or send more than a certain number of connects. But instead of ads where, you know, you could pour money in, this gives you a really detailed way to target for a flat fee, which I really enjoy. And if you are very clear on the type of client that you'd like to work with, this is a gold mine because you're brought directly to their profile instead of having to like do like a really deep search for them or get it wrong somehow. So I'm going to go through and show you how to search on Sales Navigator. These other tabs right here, this is the businesses you connect with. Here are the leads. So when I find someone that fits my criteria, I just add them over to my leads list. I'm going to try and keep people's personal info private though. So what I like to do here is create like a long list of leads, like 100 people. So I know like these are the people I'm reaching out to this week. And they're already in a list on the leads tab. And then messaging, I haven't messaged anyone yet, so I'll show you this. All your LinkedIn Sales Navigator messaging is going to be here. So if you have someone managing your account, they honestly would just go over to Sales Navigator and they could reply directly from here. Or if it's you, again, you can apply or reply directly from here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make a search here. So you can go to lead filters and you have all of these really great tools that you could search for. So company headcount. If you wanted to work with just self-employed people, you would do that. And your goal is to get this number over here to a reasonable amount. I like it when it's only a couple hundred people in here because I know I could go through this list and keep really good data analytics of, okay, in this kind of scenario, I reached out to 200 people, 5 responded, and compare that against different data sets to see who's actually biting on my offers or who's actually biting on getting on a call with me. You could search by current company. For example, if you were looking for people who worked at Apple, if you're like looking, to see if they want coaching or something like that. Maybe you're like looking for people in the tech industry. So Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, LinkedIn. You could add like all these. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Obviously, you get the point. Or if they worked for a company in the past, so say if they worked for Microsoft or anything like that. Normally, you just want to search by like current companies, though. If you're searching for a company, for me, I actually don't need someone to work at a specific company because normally they're self-employed. There's 6,000 people here. And that would be weird, like company headcount. I think I'm going to get rid of this because they wouldn't be self-employed if they worked at these places. Company type, that would be if you're looking for like a certain business, company headquarters. Here you could kind of put like where the company is headquartered. So obviously most of these are in the United States, but if you wanted to trigger their geography, you could put like United States. We only get people like in the US over here. If you are only marketing in your country, which I'm in the United States right now, which is why I chose that. Current job title, it'll actually give you some suggestions sometimes. Right now it's not, so it could be like tech support, something like that. Any past job titles, function, if they're in engineering, if they're in sales, maybe I'm looking for salespeople at these companies. Their seniority level, so depending on who you're looking for, maybe you're looking for people who are just entry level. They're entry level salespeople at these bigger companies. Years in current position, maybe they're there for less than 1 year. You can maybe less than 1 year and 1 to 2 years. Years in current position, so they could have switched companies but been in the same position. Buyer intent. This is new, so you could search like what they're buying, I believe. Connection. What I like to do is like second degree connections. I don't know if we'll have any second degree connections here because I don't typically network with these type of people, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. So yeah, I'm like down to 62 results, which is great because these people are so targeted. Industry, again, they're like I already put the companies they would want to work or they're working with. Years of experience, I already put like they were pretty new. Connections of, you could even say like if they're a connection of someone that you know, if they're a part of any sort of group. You could filter by first name, last name. I don't really know why you would do that, to be honest, but I guess if you're looking for that, or if you're looking for a specific person, that could be really useful. Profile language. I only speak English actually, so I'm gonna put English right there so I could communicate with all these people. School, like if you want to put your alumni in there, or if there's a certain school you're looking for people graduated from. And yeah, so then we got this really great group of people. These are all my second connections, so they're probably more likely to accept my friend request. You can see some of these people have the LinkedIn badge, which means they also have a premium account. And if you wanted to save them, you would just save them here and then click the list you wanted to save them to. These aren't probably my ideal client, so I'm not going to save them. But as you could see, this is the result I got. Now, if I got through all these people and I wanted to do a new search, I would just go back here and do a new search. And when you're done with your searching, you want to save the search so you could come back to it if you ever needed to. And that is the gist of Sales Navigator and LinkedIn Premium. So I'll just go back to kind of the homepage to wrap it up. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I am going to keep a detailed log of how Sales Navigator is working for me, so I could share that with you guys. Right now, my goal is to just make connections on here as well as message people and see if they would like to hop on a call with me. I am kind of changing my lead generation services, so I am working now with AI software inside of it. I have worked with clients in this regard, but it is still pretty new, so I love to get inside and audit people's businesses, as well as just talk to them about what they think of it. And so I am kind of taking calls on right now. So my main objective here is to connect with people who have their own business, get on a call with them, and see where their lead generation roadblocks are right now, and see if artificial intelligence or myself monitoring their lead generation would be useful for them. So we will see how this goes, and I will keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want a trial for not lead generation, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to send you a link. And also just thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I do record tech videos of the platforms I use for myself, as well as platforms I've used for my clients. And I want to give you kind of the inside scoop of them and all the tips and tricks I know. So thank you so much, and see you next time.